Hello everyone, welcome to the video today. So I've picked up a whole bunch of budget pedals. Now some of these pedals start as low as $11, which is wild. That's like the same price as a McDonald's meal nowadays. So here are the $11 pedals. In the green here we have a digital delay. In purple in the middle we have US Dream Distortion, which I think is like a boutique distortion. And in the red we have a classic chorus pedal. I've also picked up some slightly more expensive pedals. Now these were between $20 and $30. I'll pull them out and let you have a look at them. Now in blue we have an Ocean Verb, which has a room, spring, and shimmer function. So I'm pretty interested to see the shimmer, that's mainly why I bought this one. And in the off-white cream on this side we have a compression pedal. So I might try this with some easy tapping riffs, just to hear how good it is at leveling out the sound. Alright guys, I'm gonna get everything plugged in, and we are gonna start with the digital delay. Alright, I've got everything plugged in, let's see if this thing works. That sounds like delay. That's pretty cool actually. Let's try a 2000s classic for any 30-year-olds watching here as well. Yeah! That's not too bad. I'm gonna have to give that pedal a 7 out of 10. I mean, for like $11, that was pretty good. It didn't have as many functions as a normal delay pedal as you could expect at that price point, but it definitely worked, you know? There was no weird glitching with it. It was quite good for the price, so great job. Let's get to the next pedal. So the next pedal we're gonna try is the US Dream. So this is what I would imagine is meant to be like a Boss DS1 or just a general distortion pedal. So it just has a volume, a distortion, and a tone knob on it. We're gonna run these at about 12 o'clock and see how it sounds. Alright, let's hear it. That's pretty good. Man, that's not bad. For $11, what the heck? I mean, honestly, I'm pretty amazed at the sound of these pedals so far. For $11, that is ridiculous. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not like a Walrus audio pedal or a Fractal quality. But for $11, that is way better than any pedal you could get in like 2005 in the budget range. So overall, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. When it's cranked up like that, it has a fantastic punch to it. But I am noticing it is a little bit fuzzy, it is a little bit griddly at the top. If you were really wanting to use this in like band practice or something, I'm sure if you did a bit of a mid scoop, you could get a pretty nice sound out of this pedal. So good job, let's move to the next one. Okay, so the next pedal we're gonna look at is the classic chorus, which has a fist on the front for some reason. This just has a rate and a width knob, so nothing too crazy on the feature end, but if history repeats, this thing might sound just as good as the last two. So let's plug it in, let's see how it sounds. Here's what my guitar sounds like without the pedal on. And now let's turn on that chorus and see how it sounds. Not too bad. I think it definitely isn't quite as good as the other two so far, but I'll noodle around with some notes and we can hear it a bit more clearer. A little bit better with the single notes, to be honest. Or when when you're doing like triads, it doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, a little bit better. So overall, I'm gonna give this pedal a 4 out of 10. It obviously didn't sound as good as the first two. There was a really muffled sound to it, almost muddy sounding. And you could go and mess around with the EQ, maybe tweak it a bit. But the way I'm gauging a pedal most times is how good it just comes straight out of the box. Now the 4 rating is because this thing was $11. So I mean, we can't be too critical. There definitely was a chorus sound, although not very good. But for $11, you know, maybe if you're a younger player or you have kids who play guitar and you just want to get them some pedals to mess around with for fun, you know, for 11 bucks, it's not bad. Alright, so let's get to the slightly more expensive pedals now. Alright, so here is the Ocean Verb, and I must say, this pedal has a pretty nice aesthetic to it. I really like the shade of blue on it. It's got like a little wave here and Ocean Verb written. It just looks nice overall and feels pretty sturdy, the casing. So like the last pedals, we're going to run these all at about 12 o'clock. And then I'm just going to cycle through the 3 reverbs, which we have Spring, Room, and Shimmer. Now Shimmer I'm really excited to try out of a $30 pedal. So I'll get this plugged in and let's start out with the Spring reverb. Alright, so here's what my guitar sounds like without the reverb engaged. And we're going to switch on the Spring reverb now. It's interesting. It almost has like a... It's almost having like a weird effect, isn't it? It's got like a tremolo or something under it. Yeah, what the heck is that? I mean, I don't hate it. I wasn't expecting to hear that come through. Oh, not too bad. Let's try out the Room reverb now. That's not a bad sound. Okay, now the main one I'm excited to hear is the Shimmer, so let's see how that sounds. Now, I don't think we need to compare my clean channel to the Shimmer. Alright, let's hear it. Wait, what the heck? What the heck is that? Huh? I mean, hey, it's interesting. I'll give it that. Not, you know, not the best sound on the Shimmer there. Overall, I'm gonna give the Reverb Pedal like a 6 out of 10. It was a bit more expensive than the other ones, of course, being around $30. The sounds were okay. I liked the Room reverb. The Spring was interesting. It was a little bit more jittery than I was expecting. And the Shimmer, although I did find it fun and amusing, it's a weird like alien type sounds, then maybe this pedal is for you. But if you're after, you know, a really good reverb that does Spring and Room and Shimmer really well, then this one probably isn't it. But I personally thought it was pretty fun. Alright, let's get to the last pedal. Okay, so the last one we've got here is just a compression pedal. I think this one was about $20, so in between the other two. It just has a level, sustain, and attack knob on the front. So overall with compression pedals, if you don't know, essentially what we're trying to do is just level out our dynamics. So I'm gonna plug this in and let's give it a shot. I might do some like very simple tapping riffs and we'll see if it helps out. So here's how the guitar sounds without the compression on. So let's try that with some compression now. So definitely more smoother. I noticed that the chords came down a bit and the tapping was more even compared to the volume of the chords. Now I'll improvise some random riffs maybe, just so we can hear it a little bit more. Something like that. Now for me, I can definitely hear a difference with that compared to when the pedal's not on. So although not a super flashy effect, it did work pretty well, to be honest. So I'm gonna give that compression pedal maybe an 8 out of 10. The response wasn't super accurate. Like sometimes the tapping might have been a little bit too loud, but that also can come down to the touch of me as the player. But it worked pretty good, so yeah, I'm gonna give that an 8 out of 10. Pretty good, so good job to that pedal. Okay guys, all 5 pedals engaged. Let's see what this sounds like. Almost has like a synthy sound to it, doesn't it? I don't know what that is. Alright guys, thanks so much for coming out and watching the video today. I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks guys, have a good one. Thanks for watching.